welcome. My name is Tilly and today I am joined with Brian Naylor. Brian Naylor is a TV presenter, director and producer. Brian more recently has been showing people how to effectively communicate on camera through business and TV. Hi Brian.
Hi Tilly.
Nice to see you. Right, let's get straight into it. What is your number one tip to effectively communicate on TV?
Wow,
Cameras.
we are getting straight into it, no
Yeah.
messing around, eh? Okay, so the number one tip really, and I guess it sounds a little bit weird, but it's really is to not present. Because I always say the best presenters don't present, because what happens is people get in front of the camera, they get a little bit nervous, they get a bit of anxiety,
Get
and
that
so
presenter persona.
yeah, and they
exactly.
start performing too much. But really, if you think about what you're doing, most of the time, when people are watching something like this, for example, or watching a presenter on TV, they're just watching on their own, or maybe with one or two other people, and so you're effectively just talking to one or two people.
Yeah.
If I was sat here just talking to you and we were just having a chat over coffee and I started presenting to you going, "Hi Tilly, my name's Brian," and
Just really fake, wouldn't it?
yeah. Welcome ladies and gentlemen, and you would literally look at me and go, "This guy is weird." I mean, you're probably looking at me saying that anyway, but you would, wouldn't you? Because you can just see through that performance. So the best presenters, as I said, don't present. And the best presenters are able just to talk as themselves, they are able to be themselves, but with a bit of energy and enthusiasm and passion for what they're talking about.
Do you find that a lot of people, when they come on your course, are extremely nervous, or is that quite common? Or?
Yeah, it's really common actually, because it's for a lot of people, especially business people. I mean, a lot of people want to be TV presenters, and very often when they come on the TV presenting courses, they have actually done some performance already. So they might be dancers, they might be actors.
Okay.
So they've got a little bit.
History.
They've got a bit of history. They've
Okay.
got a bit of that in their blood.
Yeah.
But when business people come to make videos for marketing and stuff like that, it's a totally alien environment for them. They can really feel out of their depth. They're not accustomed to it. It's totally strange for them. So of course, yeah, putting all these cameras in front of people, they do get nervous. But we can make a huge difference over the course of even one day when it comes to those nerves, because
Building that bridge of, getting over that initial hurdle of standing in front of a camera and presenting.
Exactly. And it's all about being able to, one, just know what you're talking about. This is a big mistake people make, is they try and wing it. They think, oh, I'll just make it up when I get up there. That's such a big mistake. Even if you haven't got a script, which we don't usually work from scripts unless it's auto cue, but we still have what I'd call an agenda. So you would have a clear idea of the message that you want to make, and where you're taking the point that you're making. So they prepare and they have agendas before they get up there. That, combined with knowing what you're doing in front of the camera, that your technique is okay, starts to build confidence. That with a little bit of experience, and the confidence builds and builds and builds. And so after the course of a day, I would say most people go from being, on a scale of 1 to 10, nervous, 10 being I'm going to vomit and collapse, and 1 being not nervous at all.
Don't think you want anyone vomiting.
We don't want vomiting. The carpet's messy enough as it is. We generally go from people who are around a 7 or 8 when it comes to nerves, and it will go right down to a 2. Over one day.
Okay.
It's quite incredible to watch.
Yeah. So my biggest question for you probably, Brian, is how did you become an on-screen expert?
An on-screen expert.
An on-screen expert. Don't know who's written these questions.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who did that. Well, it started off really, I guess, when I was young. When I was 16 and I was 17. Looking for what am I going to do? I didn't have the first idea. My father wanted me to be an engineer,
really?
a bridge engineer. I don't know why he wanted me to make
bridge engineer.
Bizarre. And it just didn't. You know what? I got nothing against bridges. Bridges are nice. But they didn't really do it for me.
London,
London Bridge, Tower Bridge, they're all lovely, but it wasn't me. So, and I was actually really shy. I was chronically shy as a child. Yeah, really, really shy. To the point, I remember one day I couldn't even pick up the phone and order a pizza or something. And I just thought, this is going to really affect my life. This is dreadful. So
Just to cut in there, anyone who knows Brian knows that he is an incredibly confident gentleman. So to hear that you're incredibly shy as a young guy is quite surprising.
Really? Well,
yeah.
well, this is why I think I believe in what I'm doing so much, because I know where I've come from. And it's only practice, it's only doing it again and again and again that builds that confidence. And so what I did, I'm one of those people, if something really scares me, I have to kind of attack it. I have to go for it. So, like, yeah, I've done the skydiving because that's awful.
Have you?
Yeah. I mean, I say...
Proper skydiving, not just in one of those tunnels.
No, not in a tunnel, not with the air blowing up. No, not that. I was, somebody sort of clinks you in and you jump a tandem or something like that. So yeah,
right.
I did that, and that was really scary, but actually overcome that fear. Stand-up comedy. There's nothing worse than having somebody go, "Welcome to the stage, he's a really funny guy," and then you turn up and go, "Oh no."
Why did the chicken cross the road?
Yeah. And so I did some stand-up comedy. I mean, it's only like little gigs above pubs and stuff like that. But public speaking, live television, and that sort of thing really used to scare me as well. So again, I had to attack it. And as I said, just seeing my own development and evolving from this shy, introverted, a self-conscious person into, what, most people would perceive as somebody who has a bit of confidence. And, I've spoken in front of 9,000 people at Wembley Arena.
Wow.
I've done live television, pre-records, worked all over the world.
Were you nervous? Or?
Yeah, you know what? You always get a little bit nervous, but you learn to trust yourself. And even when you do have a few nerves, that's my sign for nerves.
Okay.
I wasn't just scratching my belly button or anything.
It's like something from
Yeah,
Futurama.
Yeah. Even when you've got a few butterflies, you can still perform, and it just gets easy because you trust yourself.
So probably slightly moving off on a tangent now. You work with a lot of businesses. What would you say? Let me just have a look at my notes. How would you say you would help a business when it comes to presenting? How do they sort of correlate?
Yeah, it's a good question. Well, I mean, what's happening these days with things like Facebook, with Google, with Google, that's been around for a while, with YouTube and Twitter, is video is just becoming more and more prominent, and it's such a tool that's underused because people think it's difficult, people think that it's costly, and anybody who goes onto like Google Ads, for example, will know the text ads, it's on a bidding system.
Right.
So everybody can put a text ad up, and so lots of companies will bid for this particular keyword, which means it gets higher and higher and higher. And I've seen
Small
text
fish in a big
ads,
pond.
text ads that per click people are paying something like £4.80 for, which soon racks up a big marketing budget. But what's happening with video is because there's less people actually in that arena, there's less bidding. And so, to give you an example, I had text ads for my company that were costing me, like presentation skills, for example.
Right.
Presentation skills training is something like £1.40 a click, which is, it's not as bad as £4.80, but it's pretty expensive.
Yeah, I was going to say that's quite expensive.
Yeah, it is. But with my Google video ads, which are so easy to make, I put them in a very similar way onto my Google Ads account, send them out, get the same number of people watching them, get the same response, if not better actually, with video. And my videos now, if I was to show you, you would see per view, I get charged 3p or 4p, depending on which one it is. So I literally am saving thousands of a percentage per...
Yeah, that's huge.
Per lead. It's absolutely enormous, and this is the potential. But not only that, video as well, we're doing something really exciting, which is video calling cards.
Yes.
And these are just phenomenal things that are racking on a cold call, a telephone call, for a business. You might expect a response rate or an engagement rate of something like 8%, 10% if your team are really, really good.
Yeah, how many people have received one of those phone calls and just instantly hung up, so...
Exactly, we all do, because we're all so used to it. But again, video is being underutilized. And so What we do is we make a very personalized video for a key target person, a decision maker in a big company, and we have a little video brochure where we do a little film. It's less than a minute, it's just like 30 seconds, 40 seconds, but it engages them.
So
because
that'll arrive on their desk, you open it up, and there's a video that starts playing.
Yeah, and if it says, "Hi Tilly, you don't know me, my name's Brian, I just wanted to have a quick chat with you," because it says your name, you go, well, one thing you do is
You're
go,
immediately
"Whoa,
in.
freaky."
Yeah.
They're actually talking to me. But two, you watch it for 40 seconds or a minute. That's what you've got. And as a result of that, you get a chance to get your key messages a point to decision makers in any business you want to do. But you've got to get it right. You've got to get the presenting right, because if you go, "Hi Tilly, my name's Brian," and it's like you're trying to sell me the Wonder Mop or something.
Yeah.
You know, it's too corporate, it's too clinical. It's got to be really well delivered and structured really well too, because it's a minefield if you get it wrong. So yeah, but with those video calling cards, we call them, we are looking at going from 8 to 10% response with normal cold calling. We're looking at more like 46, 48%.
That's huge, isn't
It's
it?
well, it's
That's
one in
massive.
two people who look at them, pretty much. One in two will pick up the phone or email you and go, "Oh, I saw it. Thanks for the brochure. Just wondering." Bang, you're engaged with your customers.
So I've heard that, slightly moving on again, that TV training are obviously giving a lot of information on this kind of thing, and that you've decided to start running some seminars.
Yeah.
How can people find out about these seminars? And I've heard that they're free. So can you tell us a bit about that?
That's right. Well, some of them are free. Yeah. We started doing the seminars, and we would do it free because what we find, I've been training people for some time with TV training. You wouldn't believe it, would you? Because they only look like what, 24, 25.
Yeah, of course. I was going to say something.
I
But I
bet you
thought
were.
hold my tongue.
So I've been training people for quite some time, and one of my main frustrations is seeing people with talent and then seeing them in a year's time coming back on a course, 2 years' time, 3 years' time. Sometimes I see them after 7 years and they've not moved forward. They've all the talent in the world, but they're not moving forward. Why? Because they do not take action. They do not go out there, push themselves and do all the things that we tell people to do.
Because it's not enough just putting your show reel on a website nowadays, is that you have to be proactive, use these video calling cards and all those kind of techniques you've been speaking about.
Absolutely. And people will phone me up sometimes after a couple of years from being on a course, and they'll go, "Oh, it doesn't work. I don't get any luck. And I'm doing everything." And I'm really? Everything? What are you doing? You're going to networking events? Well, no. Where are they? What do you mean, where are they? Google them. Yeah, media networking events all over London. I'm speaking at one tonight, but there's hundreds of them all over the country. And then what about contacting every channel on Sky that you think you're suitable for? Contacting them in the right way, for sure. It's no, "Dear Sir, Madam," forget that. Nobody reads them, nobody's interested. But maybe video calling cards, but there's lots of other things that we tell people. There's 900 Sky channels. I mean, okay, some of them you wouldn't want to work on. Well, maybe you would, I don't know, but the opportunities are there. There's websites. There's also so much opportunity in places like China, in Canada, in Qatar, United Arab Emirates. English-speaking or native English-speaking accents and speakers are in demand in these places. But I don't want to do that. It's too much. I don't want to go to Hungary and work there for 3 months because it's too much. In
a way, that's probably better, isn't it? Because you make your mistakes. If you were in another country, you come back with all the experience and credits that you're looking for, and then you can sort of jump in straight away. Like I know Philip Schofield, I think, was in Canada for a few years or a few months or so, and if you want something that bad and you're hungry for something, you should be able to want to relocate for a few months to gain the experience.
Absolutely.
To then
So the whole point of this is I'm now at the point where I just really appreciate working with people who have that drive, who are action takers and will do something. And the first thing is, and I'll tell you, we book seminars, free seminars, and we'll book maybe, depending on the size of the venue, 200 people, 250 people on it. I'll tell you now that we'll get 70 people turning up. out of 250 people who book, 70 people turn up. But those 70 people who do turn up, they're the action takers. They're the people who actually get up off their arse and go and do stuff. Those are the people I want to work with.
Yeah.
Because I know I can train them. I've been doing it for, 17 years now. And before that, I was doing it for live presentation skills on cruise ships and holiday hotels and stuff like that. So longer than that. I know I can teach people how to present effectively.
Yep.
What I can't instill in them is that inner drive
Yep.
and that taking action. And that's what those free seminars, they find those people.
Differentiate the people.
Yeah, and it's exciting because those are the people who are now phoning me in 2 or 3 weeks or 2 or 3 months. Sorry, once they've got their show reel, we have people like I can't remember his name now. Juliano, he's doing the postcode lottery. We got Raquel Akufo, who's a Washington correspondent for the Chinese television network. She's based over in America. Anna Whiteley is working on Golf World. She travels the world. We've got, it's just endless the amount of people who are actually making their dreams happen. But they're action takers. Annabelle Knight, she was on This Morning. She's on Loose Women. She's just started filming a new show with Eamon Holmes.
And these are all the success stories you've had from
and countless others. Yeah, really are.
Amazing. Well, it's been great chatting to you today, Brian.
Thanks, Tilly.
And thanks for all the information on your seminars. If anyone wants to find out any more information, don't hesitate to go on to tvtrainingacademy.com and you'll be able to find a little bit more out there how to attend the seminars. Thank you.